I'm gonna have to do a double at this rate. There's very few days remaining. Valentine Idol Show, episode 3. At least a double to get, because the next event rolls around. Back then, when I realized that, sometimes saying the slightest little thing can change your life. The transient Ame-no-uzume had in her life a girl who was dearer to her than the sun in the sky. The girl, ashamed of her brother's conduct, locked herself away behind a great door of rock. There was no sun on that day. Darkness covered the world. The girl was their sun, and without her, there could only be shadow. She was their sun. She had borne their one-sided ideals upon her back, doing her best to keep their dreams alive. She didn't even have to make an effort. Her presence alone was perfection. Yet Ame-no-uzume peered through the slightest opening of the rock door and whispered a lie. A lie that a more honored god than the sun had been born. That's what happened. She lied to the girl, more important than anyone, more important than the sun. If only that were the case, she thought. If only the honored girl could have been freed of her burden. It was a lie, of course, but if her lie was believed, that solved the issue. Well, she would be fine with that. The girl was deceived and showed herself outside the door, saving the world. Even now, Ame-no-uzume tells herself, if only the girl hadn't believed her. No one could be more honored, more laudable than she. No such person had been born, and no such person would be born. Ame-no-uzume had no right to accompany her, no place by her side. Thus she elected to keep back, watching the sun from afar. Valentine Idol Show. Go my way. Food's ready, everyone! After the group's early morning run, Tante is waiting in the dining room for others to arrive. Wow, we got accustomed to exercising really quick. Yeesh, I can't keep up. Don't leave me behind, everyone! As the others step through the door, Vapula drags himself in after them. Vapula, I just made it too. Ooh. Brandon? Oh, Brandon, I knew you'd be the only one to understand me. Next marathon or running lesson, let's run together. Promise? This morning, all I did was help with dishing up and calling everyone to breakfast. I promised Leanne Side to keep my caretaking to a casual level. The staff took care of all the cooking. Pretty huge for a casual level. You told the staff what we all like in proper portion sizes, right? Like, that's what's important. Idols need to mind their nutrition to keep their stamina up for shows, so having you take care of that's a real big help. I don't really get how any of that works, so it's nice to have someone to do that thinking for me. The trainees enjoy a pleasant conversation over breakfast, evidence of the trust they've been building. Wow, Tom Day, you sure are something. I think I want you on my caretaking team. Sorry, no can do. I got my Santa job, my farm job, and my idol gig already. I don't mind taking care of you on a casual level during training camp, though. Apollo, I don't think I've ever seen anyone this sloppy in their private life. You seriously need someone taking care of you. He's like, messy, must clean. Cleaning mode active. Care mode activated. No, it's the robot from it's the mom robot from Jimmy Neutron. Protect, pamper, eat your nutrition. Protect, pamper, eat your nutrition. Oh my god, if somebody gets that. When did he get here? And hey, at least let him eat his breakfast on his own, Tom Tay. Dang. Oh, man. They're real caretakers. Can you... Hey, casual level, remember? Whoop! I knew it was wrong, but the need for caretaking emanating from him is just so overwhelming. Oh, that was close. Oh, fearsome. Apollo's real caretakers watch Tom Tay lovingly feed their charge from outside through the window, seething all the while. Are they really seething, or are they going, oh, thank God, I ain't gotta do this. I ain't gotta do this jump. Who does that trainee think he is? We're the ones who took care of him first. Look at Apollo's face. Look at that satisfaction. You can't get that kind of joy from him with half-assed caretaking techniques. Our peeping research, caretaking research, will steal every last technique that trainee has. So let me note all this down. Peeping. Excuse me. Our peeping is research, caretaking research. Thank you. Different meaning. We'll steal every last technique that trainee has. So let me note all this down. No idea of the passionate eyes on him, Tante tosses out the topic of the day's training schedule to his comrades. We were going to start our special dance lessons today, right? What was the name of our trainer again? Ame-no-uzume? That's her. I remember. She was very friendly and cheerful on the first day. When we got introduced to everyone, I want to try it. But I'm just not sure if it fits. Like, I'm thinking like Persea from Tales of Symphonia. Because she has that quiet voice, but also, like, she can get loud if need be. And who else is there? I don't think I can do a Fuka. I don't think I can do either Fuka Yamagishi. I don't think I can do either one. I don't even remember their voices. It's been... well, I kind of remember it. I just don't. Also, I remember from some time ago, during the convention, I shouldn't do a voice. Well, I shouldn't force a voice that I'm clearly not meant for or not ready for. I shouldn't try and force that, because it'll essentially destroy my voice and eventually. Persea one just feels like it matches. I just feel like there should be a different one. Because the Persea one's more depressing than like calm and quiet. And I don't remember Dawn of the New World's Persea. No. I'll go for it. She did seem pretty upbeat. I think she seemed awfully friendly with our producer, too. Oh, don't remind me. Well, she just keeps bugging me. Well, I'm gonna try it. You did mention someone who seemed to be very familiar with you that you weren't too close to before, after all. I'll just pray that this isn't going to be a Spartan regimen. The singing lessons were so brutal, I've been pretty worried about what comes next. It's fun to make 3D models and stuff dance. But it just feels like it'll be harder to learn how to dance myself. Don't I know it? 3D model dancing is fun stuff. I think I'd really get into making videos of models dancing to my songs. Oh, that? I think it's still a thing on YouTube. I just don't see it as much anymore. But yeah, that was generally a thing I used to see in terms of YouTube videos. Just seeing random character models do, what was it called? MMD? Like MMD, I think it was called. Something model dance or something like that. Hey, I know. How about we collab after we finish this idol unit stuff? Hell yeah, count me in. I'm looking forward to it, Vapula. Gehenna Boys. Hashtag Gehenna Boys. Trainees have grown closer as they train together, and now converse far more than they used to when the group gets together. The group chatters among themselves at the breakfast, but Tomte and Echo notice something is off. Hey, is it just me, or do you feel something shaking? Look out, it may be a sign of an earthquake. Is this really an earthquake, though? I think I hear music coming from afar, in sync with the shaking. You would know. The group quiets down and listens hard. Like Echo said, you can hear the faint sound of music coming gradually closer. Oh no, it's that song. What if it was Virgil's theme? What if it was DMC5 Virgil's theme? I am the storm that is up. Oh shit! Like, oh god. But I do know who that is. Me? I don't know what you're talking about. Earthquake? Music? I don't hear a thing. Let's take a look outside. Our dance trainer might already be here. Ah! Ah! Tomte, no dragging. Come on. Let me run away from reality a little more. You all have fun. I'll be lying down back here. No, you won't. Ah! Before Apollo can pull away, Tomte throws a muscular arm around his neck and puts him into a headlock. Damn it, got it. You'll let me take care of you, right? And that means doing what's best for you. Training included. was like, oh yeah, you thought I was pampering you? Like, oh, you thought there was only just pampering? Oh, no, nope. Come on. This reminds me of when I caught that running bull and brought him back to the barn. You're just as exciting, Apollo. Oh, God. This is a different type of nightmare. Let me go. I can't get my head out. Let me go. I'm not going to do this lesson. But I know you. Complaints aside, if people want it from you, you'll do it. Thanks for singing for us last time. Dante adjusts his grip, firmly locking both Vapula and Apollo in his armpits, and heads outside with a spring in his step. Oh, God. Well, that means I can just stay here. Nope. You exit the building to find a huge truck parked at the side of the lesson studio. You then notice a gut-shaking bass track mixed with upbeat background music is coming from it. Concert truck. No one told me we had one of these. Fine. Now we're talking. That's how you gotta do it. You get my vibes? The side of the truck opens, releasing a billowing white clouds of smoke. Beyond it, you can faintly make out a concert stage. And then... Hey, trainees! Guess who's here? That's right, it's me. We're gonna start dancing today, and we're not gonna stop. It's my big sister's friend. Oh, hey, it's the brat. Taking care of your sister? I hope so. Ame-no-uzume does not stop dancing atop her stage as she shouts her greeting into the mic. The trainees can only look on speechless at the flashy entrance of their trainer. Oh? When did Apollo turn into a bag of rice? I had him locked down. Dang, you slipped out. Yo, he's managed to slip out? Woo! Good job saving me there, real caretakers. Looking for this new voice, the trainees spot Tokyo's top idol standing atop the stage truck, the sun at his back. Goodness, Polly, up in the heavens. Didn't Tante have him in a lock just now? Tante, your caretaking just ain't a good match for me. Let's count that last bit as the last of it. See ya! What? That can't be. You look so satisfied. Apollo definitely jumps down from the top of the truck to stand beside Ame-no-uzume. That's enough, you two. No ignoring me. I'm the trainer here. Now look well, trainees. I'm going to demonstrate the dance moves to the song you'll be learning with Apollo here. So watch and learn. Excuse me? Mine appointment was the same. Why do I have to do what you jokers say? Are you really going to say that after twinkle-toeing right next to me? Well, whatever. You're going to want to dance in time. Trust me. And with that, it's Sacred Artifact time! Invigorating gamble! Woohoo! Ame-no-uzume casually hops in onto the folding dance stage placed on the floor beside her and activates her artifact. Strobe lights every bit as bright as the truck rise up from it, making the stage's flashy decorations glitter. It's so strange. I feel like I'm having so much fun from watching the trainer get on stage. Me too. All of the worries I had about this lesson completely vanished. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I want to sing. Damn that Uzume! Using her tricks to make me want to dance! Ah! Fine! I'm in idle mode anyway, so I'll treat you all to a glimpse of some top class dance! Both of you up there, your performance is incredible! Uzume's rule are so partied up. Teach us more fun stuff, Uzume. Those under effects of her sacred artifact lose their calm as their mood skyrockets. Oh no, it's just like Claude's sacred artifact. It's just like Claude's sacred artifact. They essentially lose their senses and just go and end up doing stuff that they would normally do. In a different aspect, obviously, but it's still in the same category. Ame-no-uzume herself becomes immersed in her own dancing and completely forgets about providing examples of the dance moves they'd be learning. The whole group ends up dancing as they please until sun dips past the horizon. Dang. Or you could say that, well, you could say Ame-no-uzume's sacred artifact is basically the Groovatron from Ratchet and Clank. Just minus the death. Sorry, everyone. Really, almost forgot the lesson entirely and went well past midnight. Oh, dear God. My sacred artifact makes you infinitely excited when it doesn't give you infinite stamina. If this were an app battle, you'd be dancing till you dropped, literally, and a battle zone fade. But since this spot's a world collision, no one would have been coming to save us. Whew, good thing I noticed before that. Oh God, she would have inadvertently killed us and not even know it. Ame-no-uzume speaks with relief in her voice as she watches the caretakers carry off a collapsed Apollo who is nearly foaming at the mouth. Is it just me, or did our trainer just say something terrifying? Oh, yeah, that's a terrifying power, to be honest. But like I said, it reminds me of Claude's. Which, if you don't know, Claude's sacred artifact ignites your fervor. Essentially ignites your fervor, your bloodlust. So you just want to go crazy. So you essentially want to go crazy and lose your senses during combat. Like basically, it just makes you go wild. I'm glad you noticed. God, I wasn't dancing with you, Uzume. Don't tell big sister. Huh? Hey, that's off the table, okay? That's below the belt. Come on, how many times have I kept your nonsense on the rat's fur? Huh? Seriously, I'm sorry. Really. And I'm not going to use my sacred artifact during lessons. Really. Anyway, come on in, everyone. We're using the stage truck for my special dance lessons. Well, we got our exercise for the day and the next 3. While the trainees join Ame-no-uzume, assistants carry out equipment to expand the stage and begin building. Wow. It looks so different from up here. The producers and the others down there look so far away. Holy cow! I've never seen someone set up a stage before either. This is awesome! I've done that before in school. This is probably way beyond what I did, though. if the view's this good up here, that means the audience has a good view of us. Yeah, the stage isn't getting any less nerve-wracking. I get it. This stage is all part of our trainer's plan to get us used to the stage before our debut. Yep, you got it. Yep, you got it. Real good head on your shoulders, Tomsy. The studio and the stage feel totally different, don't they? Well, time to officially start lessons courtesy of Ame-no-uzume. Let's go! So, while the stage is still hot, let me teach you all something. Dancing isn't just moving your body to the beat of the song. It's a way of using your whole body from fingers to toes to express what's going on inside. Ame-no-uzume's light-hearted, cheerful demeanor immediately turns quiet and solemn. When dancing with Vapula, her movements were more linear and powerful. They gave the viewer an impression of energy. Now, even though the moves are completely the same, they have a great sense of lightness to them, giving the impression of a graceful dance. Pretty surprised, huh? See, even if the moves are the same, if the emotions are different, you can bring a totally new vibe. So let's pace your dance moves to how you interpret your song in order to bring out its appeal and strike the audience's hearts. Hit them with some soul spice. Even if you're a little on the slow side, you can catch up. Trust me. Take it at your own pace. Yes, sir. Great answer. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to check what you got for your fundamentals. The next day, after finishing morning practice, the trainees gather around the stage truck, which is now fully set up. Ame-no-uzume then proceeds to individually instruct each trainee with such care and focus that it makes yesterday's chaos seem like a distant fantasy. Okay, right hand in front. Oh no, I've got it backwards. So here I turn and change position to, where again? No need to stress yourself out, Vapsy. Just learn all the steps bit by bit. Come on, let's just try the beginning. Wish you were this nice to me. Cool it, brat! That's enough out of you. I'm always nice to the slow guys and gals. Okay, Vapsy, let's try again, together. Yeah, there we go. That's great, see? This pattern repeats 3 times before it moves on to the next one. Yeah, I can do the individual parts just fine, but I forget when I've got to do them all together. That's just what practice is. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, let me clue you in into the ultimate secret for when you forget your moves. Really? There's ultimate secrets for that? Oh, you betcha. Listen up and listen good. Push through with guts and lovability. In other words, just keep going. In other words, just keep going. And you can worry about your mistakes later. Huh? That's kind of different from what I expected. Vapula looks clearly dissatisfied. He had been expecting some secret technique or practice method. Ame-no-uzume is serious, however, and she explains what she means to the trainees. You're not trying to be professional dancers, right? So if you ask me, perfect choreography is basically second fiddle. Like, rather than pulling off the dance perfectly, think of making a nice little mistake, but bluffing about it, playing it off as something you meant to do. Yep. Oh, I remember that time I had piano class as an actual freaking class in school. An actual freaking class in middle school even. That was essentially one thing my teacher did say. And that's probably the main thing I have kept throughout my entire school life in general. Was you make a mistake, just keep going. Don't stop yourself, just keep going. And worry about you can worry about the mistake after you finish. Because it's not because it doesn't really matter. Who cares? It doesn't entirely matter as long as you finish. And then you can just worry about where you messed up. Even though in terms of testing and all that, people love to just stop you right then and there. And in terms of YouTube, everybody loves to point out your mistakes, right? Point out every single mistake you make, even if it isn't a mistake. It's just how they prefer it. Anyway, hard giggling off a blatant blunder with a cute little smile and keeping the good vibes going. Isn't that better for an idol? I wonder how bad they got it at that whole American Idol training stuff. I never watched it. I never really watched it. I just watched the auditions, and back when it was Simon Cowell and with all the insults. I wonder how hard they had it, or made it look like anyway. Oh, and having your teammates cover for you when you mess up, that kind of stuff really gets the audience going. And you've got a really short period of practice for your limited idol unit shebang, right? So lean more towards giving your fans the fantasy, the dreams. Shine with guts and lovability, you know? You're right about that. It's not like I like my faves just because of their singing and dancing skills. Voice training was really tough, so hearing our dance trainer say that is really reassuring. Yeah, I'm not as confident. God, this sounds like my Maury talking voice. And I'm just realizing that. Yeah, I'm not as confident in dancing as I am singing, so I feel a lot better now. Yeah, it's really reassuring. Well, the only reason I'm able to say you don't all have to be perfect is that old man Vi trained the pants off y'all. Anyway, relax. Take a load off those shoulders, trainees. Talk things over with Brandon when you got a problem. It'll all work out. Trainees' voices grow lighter as their stress and worries fade. Vapula, however, is the only one who doesn't look convinced. Oh, right. Remember? So, anybody remembers the summer event, the summer beach event, the summer sandcastle beach event? Remember, Vapula's the type of guy that goes through things like instruction manuals. He does things to the letter. So if there's not really an instruction manual, he doesn't really vibe too well with it. I'm the type who wants to do what he's doing perfectly. I guess I'm not really in any position to say much. But should I really accept this compromise? I can't really feel comfy with this interpretation. The trainees have continued their song practice to keep up the vocal lessons fresh in their minds. With cardio, strength training, singing, and now dance lessons in the mix, their daily training camp regimen gets harder and harder. Ame-no-uzume's pedagogy is not nearly as strict as Valentine's. Her approach is to match individual skill and progress, meaning that as time passes, the difference in each member's skill will become clear. Trial by fire. Over the next several days, Apollo does nothing. Rather than refusing lessons outright, he simply watches the trainees taking them on. Ondusius learns the fastest. Being an idol fan, he has an instinctive understanding of the idol dance moves. Dante and Echo come up behind him, and Vapula trails in last. Oh, sorry, Echo. Are you okay? I'm fine. This is a pretty tough part, huh? Knowing whether you go left or right? But don't worry, Vapula. Just like our trainer said, I'll help you out if something goes wrong. Thanks. I'll try to pick up the slack, too. Differences in talent among the group are already clear enough for the trainees themselves to notice. There is one who is obviously holding everyone back, and Vapula knows it's him. His teammates are putting all they have into mastering the moves, but he drove Echo to stop and help him up, to reassure him. Guilt and the desire to improve quickly and catch up with the others lead to anxiety, and that dulls his movements. Oh boy. I'm working so hard, but I just can't get these moves down. Pepsi, let's calm down, okay? Like, you're not going to learn any better if you work yourself up into a tizzy. I know. But I don't have time to rest on my laurels, you know? Everyone's learned the moves, and I'm the only one who's lagging behind. The choreography of an idol dance cannot be put into words. This is the killing blow to Vapula. He is the 60th demon in the hierarchy of Solomon, the demon who teaches subjects of written language. I don't know what to say. Vapula, remember, lovability. No matter what you say, I don't have that kind of time. The others can handle this. I can't. And I'm sorry, trainer, but I don't want to stick my tongue out and giggle over my mistakes. I know there's no point to continuing to practice like this, and none of the tricks or advice I'm hearing are helping much. But I don't want to weigh everyone down. Even if you don't think I'm dead weight, I am, and I hate that. If we're going to have a group where I'm the only crappy dancer, then... Yanside claps her hands to draw everyone's attention. After intentionally cutting Vapula off, she speaks over him. Say, Producer Brandon, what do you think about what Vapula's saying? I think it's too early for a conclusion. Yeah, I think so too. When you're picking a path, I think it's best to be cautious. That's why now's not the time, Vapula. Let me hear what you really think another day. You can do your lessons or take time off until then. Sorry, everyone. I'm going back to my room for today. After watching Vapula drag himself out of the studio, the remaining members exchange worried looks. What do we do? What do we do? I don't want poor Vapula to quit our group. I'm with you there, but I don't think us just trying to help him will get us much of anywhere. I'll go check up on him. Leave this to the producer. All right, got it. let's get back to practice then. All we can do now is believe that Vapula will be back. I'm gonna believe in you, Brandon, and our producer. Oh, Vapula's got that perfectionist bit. Well, hopefully this one won't be as late as the last one. Hey, they're in their training suits. Vapula, transient of Gehenna, a demon of education, explanation, of explanation, a demonic duke. The rule he possesses grants him the ability to comprehend anything expressed in language without error and execute it as is. No matter how delicate or complex the process, as long as it is in language or words, he can make it a reality. To him, words leave no room for interpretation. Any differing views of the text arise from a lack of reading comprehension. Dang. You can't read. It is this rigid thinking that makes him a master handler of golems, beings with words of truth engraved into him that he then gives commands. Yet Vapula knows that engraved words do not stay as they are forever. He knows that words implanted deep into the core can vanish, that words can lose their meanings and take on others through associations that are unique to that individual. Yet in time, he imagines even they will be forgotten. All that remains is that little hint of personal spice that wants to be remembered. Vapula returns to his room and sinks under the covers. The isolation makes his heart sink even deeper. His thoughts remain troubled and his spirits low, but extreme physical exhaustion allows him to fall asleep quickly. At least until I come knocking. Vapula does not know how much time has passed when he hears the knock at the door, and with some effort he forces himself to wake up. Staggering over to the door, he opens it to see. Got a minute, Vapula? I brought dinner. Want to eat together? You hold a bag from Vapula's favorite hamburger joint in your hand. He's reminded of your visit there on the day you scouted him in Akihabara. Brandon, you went all the way back to Tokyo just to get that for me? I'm so sorry, Brandon. I agreed to do this whole idol thing when you scouted me. And even though it's my fault not doing well, I would have made so much trouble for the team and our trainer. I lashed out at everyone and with the worst of attitudes. What am I gonna do? I know it's tough for you. Let's apologize to them later, okay? After Vapula calms down and finishes crying, the two of you begin munching on burgers in his room. God, I want to do that. He takes a few bites, then feels comfortable enough to speak his mind. I shouldn't have gotten carried away and agreed to do this just because the guild was encouraging me. I mean, I got blown away by how serious Echo was back during the voice lessons. Showed me that this isn't a world I can step into lightly. Pausing to take another bite, he organizes his thoughts before continuing, and the process repeats until his burger is done. Looking far calmer than when you first arrive, yet still assailed by uncertainty, he asks you a question. I'll just make more trouble for everyone if I give up here. Brandon, what do you think I should do? I could tell you what to do if it were me in your place. Before you can answer, Vapula, you're interrupted by someone else. Could you, leave? The door locked. Hey, you don't get to order me around, remember? I mean, you can try, but I ain't listening. Boy. I'm about to make you leave. Remember what I told you after the last round of painful lessons? Let the people cut out to be idols be idols. Vapula, you're thinking this isn't going to work out, right? Then why fret over it? It'd be easier just to give up. Let your mind relax. Or, if you don't want to throw in the towel just yet, come to me. I just might fix those 2 left feet of yours. You can teach me how to dance? How? Quit with the insinuations. What are you talking about, Brandon? Apollo's just telling it like it is. Yeah? Words are just words. Him saying it'd be easier to just give up doesn't have any more meaning than what it's got on the surface. To think he's making fun of me? Well, that's just the listener's interpretation. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, Apollo, tell me that method of yours. Put it into words. In response to Vapula's interest, the idol lightly touches his right index finger to Vapula's forehead. See, me? I got this pretty nice little ability. I can show people one possible future awaiting them. Oftentimes, it's like fortune-telling or horoscope stuff. But to some, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And they bring that bad boy to life. Your memories of being affected by my rule won't roll back, so the hit'll stay fresh in your mind when you leave this world and go back to Tokyo. Sounds fake. Well, what'll it be, Vapula? I wouldn't mind making an exception and using my rule on you here and now. Caretakers, take Apollo away, please. Well, it's on him. But it's on him. I know he's smart enough. Apollo, you're right. I do think that it'd be easier just to give up on trying to be an idol as I am now. Vapula answers quietly while facing his worries and anxieties to uncover his true desire. But at the same time, it feels like I don't want to go on being the same old me. Like Mr. Valentine praised Echo for her singing, I want to get good at dancing. So even if you might be able to show me a future where I survive these lessons and become an idol, I want to test if I can get there on my own first. I'm sure there's a way out there, I just haven't thought of it yet. I don't know why you're offering to help me out, but thanks, Apollo. Apollo's expression moves not an inch at Vapula's words of gratitude, and his response is filled with an air of disinterest. Yeah? That's your read? Well, I knew what you said before you said it. Hey, Vapula, I gotta ask. Why do you and the others throw yourselves down the hard road? Well, I want to ask you something, Apollo. Why do you slack off on everything when there's nothing you can't do? You pull off stuff we think is insane without breaking a sweat, so this practice should be a walk in the park for you, right? got it all wrong, Vapula. I don't do the practice because it's pointless for me. No, you got it all wrong, Vapula. I don't do the practice because it's pointless for me. That's all. Apollo answers with a correction after helping himself to a handful of Vapula's remaining fries. You son of a... What do you mean? Even professionals have to practice. See, the natives here and people used to life in Tokyo, they see working real hard toward what they want to do or who they want to be. But see, we're working from a totally different premises, right? I was just born under the right star, so I don't need to do any of that effort nonsense. Anything I want to do in showbiz, I can. I can see the future too. Fuchsie can see the future, but he's not a jerk about it. So I'll see what this or that passion leads to, and right after it hits me all at once, I know it all inside out, and the passion vanishes like cosmic stardust. Goals, efforts, not my bag. The stuff I don't want to know or don't care about, that's other people's roles. Goals and efforts, not your bag. Is that fun for you, Apollo? That doesn't sound like a boast. Would anyone think it's a boast? I mean, not that I'd mind if you thought it was. Displaying the same emotions as when Amdusius reacted positively to him as a fan, Apollo speaks plainly from a perspective beyond mere mortals. In that case, Apollo, why don't you quit being an idol? Answering that would be a pain. I'm heading back to take a nap. Turning his back on you and Vapula, Apollo leaps out of the window. What did he even come here for? Was he worried about you, Vapula? Wait, his caretakers were waiting down there? Brandon, I think I see where Apollo's coming from. The demons back in Gehenna might think the same. I don't know about all the others of the 72. I mean, we'd have to ask, like, if only Batham were around, you know? I'm pretty sure Batham could give us some advice. I think he's ranked higher than you. And But demons have always solidified their existence by enacting their roles and gaining acknowledgement from others. That's why I got so into figure making and sculpting here in Tokyo. Creating stuff with my hands is my role. Vapula's explanation of himself is interrupted by another knock at the door. Hey, are you there, Vapula? It's Amdusius. Amdusius enters, and you explain to Vapula's fellow Gehenna dweller what had happened prior to his arrival. That's what happened, huh? I should have showed up earlier because I got a thing or two to tell. We can get into that later. If we're talking about roles, I'm in the same boat. I got interested in Tokyo music when I was first subbing here. So I enrolled in the Kano Performing Arts Academy, yeah? But my role is to generate sounds from somewhere I'm not, and draw attention there. So I figured being on stage as an idol wasn't in the cards for me. On top of that, just look at me. You know how many times I envied the other demons for their roles? Their obligation to stand out? Wait, are you telling me we shared the same thoughts? Maybe I was totally mistaken. You're really knowledgeable about idols and good at singing and dancing. So I thought you'd be able to debut easy. You've all got your strengths. You all got your interpretations. I'm gonna make you both debut. Yeah, and it's hearing stuff like that from you, producer, that made me want to do my best. Even if I can't believe in myself, if someone else believes in me, I figured I could take the risk. Even if it's hard for you on your own, maybe you can open a door with someone else. Vapula, I want us to get through this training camp together. I want us to get on the stage as idols together. I'm going to respect your choice, believe me, but I wanted to let you know how I feel. Sorry, producer. I honestly thought I should have left Vapula to you, but I had to say something. No, it's fine. Thanks for coming, Odysseus. Run me an extra 5 miles. Nah, I ain't that cruel. Thanks for coming, Odysseus. Odysseus nods to you and then smiles at Vapula. I'll dip out and think over what I said, okay? And if you feel like giving it a try, I'll help you during free practice as much as you want. Without waiting for his friend's answer, Odysseus leaves the room. Vapula looks to be deep in thought as he watches him go. Song, dance, performance, audience direction. Idols have many different talents. Those who understand where they shine brightest and polish that talent are what we in the business call aces. Odysseus, Vapula, Tomte, everyone's in the same boat. An idol is not given life from those around them. They are born from their own desire. What do I have that I excel at? Something that can win the fans over. Hey, Brandon, you scouted me because I have something, right? What is that something? Put in the words. I'm not asking you to butter me up or anything either. I want to know what I've got going for me. A thing that even I don't know. Vapula looks you right in the eyes, his expression grave. The position he's in, the dream he holds, the advice from his friends, Vapula goes back to the fundamentals, considering everything to make his choice. And again, God, his growth as an idol. I don't know how to answer that, to be honest. God, this was harder than the previous one. This one's way harder than Echo's. Like, he definitely has a passion for what he does. Like, lovability is not the answer. He definitely has a... Well, actually, I've seen him tough it out. He complains. He complains, but he still kept going. Your ability to tough out creating. Hearing that after I went and ran off on my dance lenses makes me feel even more guilty. I'm only like that because I can put it in the language and let me put the excuses to rest. But, I see. I get it. That's how you see me, huh? With your answer in mind, Vapula thinks of a way to overcome the wall towering over him. He believes that if he uses the quality that made him worth scouting, he should be able to find a way through. He has to. I wonder if I messed up. I hate that. So let's pace your dance moves to how you interpret your song in order to bring out its appeal and strike the audience's hearts. Hit them with some soul spice. Even if you're a little on the slow side, you can catch up. Trust me, take it at your own pace. He recalls the concept of emotional spice he learned during a certain summer event recently. Wait a second. If there's something the source of my creativity and the dance moves have in common... Sorry to make all this trouble, producer, but I want just a little bit more time. Before I decide if I'm going to give up on becoming an idol, there's something I want to test out. Take your time. I'll help out too. I appreciate the thought, but I want to give you a nice surprise when I make it all work out. Vapula's curiosity is ignited after noticing the commonality between his specialties. The desire to challenge and create wells up within him. Yeah! Now I really want to get moving as soon as possible. I can feel the creative fires blazing in my otaku heart. I'm Ducius? No, number 67 in our hierarchy. There's something I want you to help me out with. Leaving Vapula's now empty room, you go back to your room. Then the next day... Vapula, are you alright? You've been kind of woozy ever since you went off yesterday. Sorry for worrying you, Echo, but I'm fine. I'm doing an experiment as we speak. Vapula says a quick word of apology to Echo, then joins the lesson as if nothing was wrong. Experiment? What can he mean by that? You want to know too, right, Tonte? You bet I do. When the lesson ends, I'll go right up to Vapula and... Hold up. Let's give it a while first. Vapula himself is saying he's fine, so let's give him space. The lesson ends with no noticeable differences. The following day, however, things completely change. Vapula's become really good. Tonte, did you do any special caretaking for him? Not me. I haven't done a thing. No amount of caretaking could affect his dancing anyway. So that's all his efforts. I'm sure the experiment Vapula was talking about went over well. Good for him. The day after that, Vapula manages to completely catch up with the others. Hell yeah! I danced the whole song without belonging at once! Great job, Vapsy! You're busting a move with the best of them! You got so good, I wanna for real cry my eyes out! You got some real spice in those moves! Spice, huh? You've been a huge help all the way, trainer, so I'm really glad to hear all that from you. Whoa! You alright, Brandon? Oh gosh, the snot! Here, have a tissue, or 3. I didn't think you'd be that moved. Oh, I feel like those tears might be contagious. Hey gang, I don't want to let this epic climax go to waste, so how about we do the dance again? This time with singing! Yeah! I'll be dancing with you this time. Hey, you, Lazy McGee, you're dancing with us. It's time for our dance battle. Impress me with this pro idol game. A sudden announcement of a brawl stuns the trainees. For his part, Apollo remembers falling victim to Ame-no-uzume's sacred artifact on the first day and reluctantly agrees. Ah, fine. I'll phone in a couple of moves, sure. Not sure I'll lose to a bunch of trainees either way. Vapula, you're gonna regret not taking my hand the other day. It could have been so much easier for you. Thanks for being all thoughtful, Apollo. But I found my own way of tackling my idol moves. Nothing left for me to do but get fueled by flames of passion and go down this road I found.
Ikuze, ゴーレムたち! ライブスタートプラー。
俺の見せ場だ。アピールだ。
一肌脱いでこ
立ち位置チェンジ。よし。
う。やめなよ。
大丈夫。このキラキラしたステージへ立たせてくれてありがとう。今日だけは本気で言うぜ。
やめなよ。
大丈夫。アリーナ席まだやれるな。平気だぞ。まだやれるな。平気だぞ。みんな次のお世話じゃなくて曲の配置につくぞ。
やめなよ。やめなよ。
まだやれるな。平気だぞ。まだやれるな。平気だぞ。
センター行くプラ。
大丈夫。
やめなよ。
大丈夫。まだやれるな。平気だぞ。まだやれるな。平気だぞ。完璧だった。完璧だった。お前がプロデューサーで俺本当によかった。
Should have been Vapula. Amdusius? No, number 67 in our hierarchy? There's something I want you to help me out with. This time around, Vapula visits Amdusius' room. You want me to teach you how to dance the moves and song sync up using my rules sound? Your sound always rings out from where it isn't, right? If you know it'll be a beat later, all you need to do is send off the signal a beat earlier. I'll use my rule to force your words into the beats and synchronize them. I'll make my body memorize the moves with a setup that shocks me if I mess up. Alright. I get the theory you've got going on, but shocks? Really? Isn't that a bit too much? I don't think I'll have any other option if I want to learn quickly. It's my style of secret training, and I need to catch up to the others fast. Alright, number 60, if you're that ready to walk the path of the idol, then I'll help you with everything I've got. From that day forth, Vapula would check the fruits of his training day by day, with no golem to aid him. And by night, he would beat the moves into his body during solo training, using his rule and Amdusius' abilities. Now he sings the lesson song in sync with his team members while visualizing donning the idol costume with them on stage. The rule training has proved to be highly effective. He moves his limbs with far more fluency, and he glides about in sync with the other members' positions. Having the moves baked into him on an instinctual level means Vapula can now focus on singing with a smile and acting as naturally lovable as he can. When the song ends, Ame-no-uzume declares the victor of the dance battle. We all kicked ass! Hell yeah! Wasn't this a battle? Huh? I mean, I guess. But those were the vibes at the start, but since we all danced so perfectly, can't we say we all won? Especially you, Vapsy. You got me on the verge of tears here. Like, you're never late anymore. What happened? I just did what you told me, trainer. Followed it all to the letter. Isn't that right, producer? You did say it, Ame-no-uzume. What's up? You gonna cry? You got a lot of nerve, kid, making me cry like this. You better take responsibility. Dork, I was just running my mouth and you went and took it as gospel. That's a face I can like. It cut, you know, and like looking at it, it kind of just makes me think of Rising, and I hate that, but at the same time. When I was about to throw in the towel and give up, no one got mad at me. They let me work it out. Brandon and Alducius even visited my room worrying about me. That's why I didn't want things to just end like that. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for waiting for me. And thanks to you too, Apollo. Hearing what you had to say got me thinking a lot and testing a lot. Excuse me? I didn't tell you a damn thing! Well, if Mr. Top Idol is saying that, I wouldn't mind forgetting it ever happened. Oh, God, it's just so judgmental. Guess this is where I get off the ride. Remember to go on polishing your expressive arts. You gotta study up on doing a little motions to appeal to the fans between verses and dance moves too. I'll advertise you all to my friends, so keep it up to the finish line. See ya. Thanks, ma'am. Ah, boring. All of this is just so meh. I'm gonna go back to my room and laze around. Hey, wait, Apollo. You can say what you want about me, but not about Vapula and the others. They're doing their best to get through brutal lesson after brutal lesson. Even now, I think you're the greatest living solo idol around. But if there's nothing you care about in this training camp, why don't you just turn down Leanne Side's request from the start? Instead, you keep showing up to lessons lounging around beside us. Who cares about any of that? Not me. And why worry about anything? I say, just do your practice, yeah? Are you listening to yourself? You're the greatest idol around. Countless people look up to you, even if they aren't die-hard fans. And I'm one of those fans too, yet everything you do tears that image down and discourages us. What's with you? Ooh. Oh. I'm honestly starting to love Odysseus a lot more.